What's up, guys? Welcome to Miss Chris. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's episode, I want to talk about today being a terrible day and not getting a lot of stuff done, but that's okay. So let's get straight into the content. Please smash the like button and consider subscribing if you're new to my channel. Today I tried to send 2 pallets to my other location, and this is 3,000 clothing items. These 2 pallets are 1,200 pounds each, so 2,400 pounds total. I didn't load them right, so one of the pallets broke trying to get it onto the truck, and I had to repalletize it, which took a long time because I didn't know how to do it. And I had actually never even used a pallet jack before today. Essentially, I build these pallets and then I order an LTL, which is less than truckload, and then they load it onto the truck. But because today I loaded it incorrectly, you can actually see in this picture that the boxes are buckling under the pressure of the weight. These boxes are only rated at 80 pounds per box, and I have 110 pounds crammed into every box. And guys, this is not a padded flat rate envelope. You can't cram it beyond the capacity of the box. It will break. So if I used a sturdier box, this would have been no issue, but lesson learned. I have all this information and all the thoughts that I have in this document at bit.ly/reseller instructions for free. The reason why I want to bring this up today is because I'm trying to go from 70 listings a day on average to 100 listings a day on average, which is, since I only work Monday through Friday, it's 140 listings a day. Now, I didn't plan for this properly because, one, I lost my photographer, so I have to hire a new photographer, and I didn't realize how much space I need to do this. So I had all this inventory stuck in my unit, which made it difficult for me to move around. I just didn't set it up right. So anyway, my point is, it sounds like going from 70 listings a day to 100 listings a day is reasonable. It's less than a 50% increase, but it totally disrupted every single part of my business. I didn't have enough room to prepare it because I had to essentially buy more items, sort more items, photograph more items, and I just wasn't ready for it. So it's totally screwed up. So I have 2 locations. The other location was saying, we want to be ahead on the stock. So we want to have some excess inventory. We want at least 2 weeks of inventory just in case everything shuts down again or for whatever reason. So I'm like, okay, that's 1,400 additional items they need just in case for some reason sourcing dries up. So now I needed to figure out space for them. So I was trying to maintain 100 listings this year, and it's day 13, and I'm averaging 70 still. I haven't been able to increase it at all. So all these extra things I've been trying to do have essentially not been working. So that being said, I'm totally feeling mentally okay, even though today sucked, because long term, all I have to do is take care of eBay, and eBay will take care of me. If I keep listing, I'm hoping that this eBay account makes me millions and millions of dollars, and all I have to do is make sure I don't get suspended and take care of it. So you can see here, I showed this chart a little bit earlier. I was at 95.5%, so I increased my tracking uploaded on time a little bit, to 95.8. It's not quite where I want it to be. I want it to be 99.99, so in case I have a couple of bad days, it's okay. But during the crazy Christmas time, I had like 100 packages that were late in one day because I couldn't figure out. I shipped towards the end of the day, or I used to, and a few things came up. And when I went to the post office on time, they wouldn't scan my packages. So it didn't scan until the following day. So you can see here, I only have 0.39 packages that are late, but I have a much higher percentage of packages that wasn't scanned because the post office wasn't about it. So if I get there earlier in the day, right now we don't have pickup because everything is shut down. So I can't schedule a pickup right now. So I have to go to the post office, which is just part of the game. So that being said, I'm doing that first things first. So post office first. That's been helping out a lot because in case something happens like today, loading a pallet incorrectly, and it literally fell off the truck. I had to completely redo one of them. For some reason, one of them got onto the truck just fine. The other one, I guess there's a little bit of a vibration as the lift gate was rising, and it just fell off the truck. And the guy was like, dude, first of all, it doesn't even cost more money to ship 3 pallets versus 2 pallets. It's like $50 different. And then instead of each pallet being 1,200 pounds, each pallet would have only been 800 pounds, which is perfectly fine, even with these boxes that are not meant for this, because 100 pounds in an 80-pound box stacked only 2 high, not going to be a problem. Stacked 3 high, now is definitely a problem. So, Beth in the Facebook group pointed out, it's a great visual to understand what 3,000 pieces looks like. So to give you guys an idea, one of these pallets is what I'm trying to list into my store every single week. So it's nice to kind of have a visual to get an idea of, what it looks like mentally. And so for me to have a 1% sell-through rate, essentially I would sell 1 pallet out of 100 every single month. But I don't have a 1% sell-through rate. Mine's more like 18%. So I would need 200 of these, space for that, in order to sell that much. That gives you guys an idea of how much space you need to run your store. I would like to double my sales to 90,000 this year. Still working on trying to get that going. As you guys know, yesterday I did some Alibaba content, and I'm gonna do more content with Alibaba. And to be truly transparent with you guys, I can get a deal through them because I'm working with that company. So I don't have time to work on a private label product because I feel like that's a job on its own. You have to make sure a product sells well. And I don't know very many people who are like, on the side, I have a side business that kills it, that I spent, how do you do the marketing, rank the product, all that stuff part-time? It doesn't work that way. When I meet people who are really good at a product, it's like their entire life. They won't shut up about it. All they do is talk about that one thing over and over and over again. So before you jump into Alibaba and spend $5,000 to $10,000 on a product, make sure you want to go all in on that and really pay attention, because it's a full-time deal. You got to raise that from the ground up. It takes some time, versus if you're going to do an eBay store, it really is just about listing items as much as you can. So I have this long-term mentality. eBay will I'm just going to say it, as long as I don't get suspended, eBay will make me millions of dollars. All I have to do is make sure I take care of it. List items I know are not questionable. Stay away from items that are too high end. I'm sending all of that to The Real. If you guys have never heard of that company, they handle consignment for high end stuff. Let them deal with the authentication. I'll just sell J. Crew in my store, common stuff. So again, appreciate you guys' time. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm trying to be consistent on this channel and give you guys actionable tips every single episode. If you guys want to help out, you can join the Facebook group that I'm doing with Tech and Sports. He has 30,000 items in his store, which kind of blows my mind. That's like triple the volume of me, and I don't have the right processes to do that. I would need a lot more space. I probably would need an extra helper because I'm not as efficient as he is. Start to finish, I think everything in my store, from pile to out the door, is maybe 6 minutes, and I think in his store it's less than half of that, right? So he has 3 times as big of a store, but it's important to understand he's not doing 3 times as much work. He might be doing half as much work as me because he's not doing stupid stuff like loading a pallet incorrectly and losing a couple of hours of time, right? Everything is clockwork. So if you want to join the group, it's at patreon.com/the resellers podcast. The $35 level, we have the Facebook group. For $5, you can listen to our podcast, which we have a really good episode coming out this Friday. So again, we appreciate you guys. Join the group, share what you're working on, share your mistakes, most importantly, because people can learn from you. Hopefully you guys won't ship a pallet incorrectly, because you can learn from me being a moron today. So appreciate your time. Smash the like button. Your success is my ambition. Make progress daily.